Hey, thanks for tuning in and welcome back to Veza Talks, or welcome if this is your first time listening. If you were with us for season one, I'll get this out there up front. This is a different show now. New season, new format, and a pretty different core idea than the Veza Talks of a few years ago. A lot has changed, so I want to take a few minutes to reintroduce the show before we get into this season's conversations. Hey, I'm Colin. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer here at Veza Agency Network, and I'm your new host for Veza Talks. Day to day, I run marketing across our network of agencies. So most of my week is spent talking with founders, operators, and marketing leaders about what's actually working right now. And across almost every one of those conversations, the same themes keep popping up. It really is just one theme. So, spoiler alert, it's AI. The way people build, market, and run their businesses is getting rebuilt around AI in real time. And most of them are doing it without a playbook. The same questions keep cropping up. What the heck is everyone else actually doing? How are you using this stuff? And does any of this even work? That's why I wanted to bring this show back with a new focus and format. Veza Talks is about sitting down with people who are really good at their craft to work out what's real and what's just chatter in practical terms you can actually use. So, over the next few minutes, I want to do three quick things: tell you what's changed and why now, tell you who we are and why we're having these conversations, and give you a sneak peek at some of the guests coming on this season. So, let's get into it. Let's start with why now, because the timing is the whole reason this show exists in its current form. The inflection point for me was November of 2025. Something shifted, and that thing is Claude Code. The tools got good fast. People also had a little extra time over the holidays to tinker, and suddenly everyone I knew was building software to fix their own specific problems. My own version of that, I was paying way too much for our proposal software. I hated it. It was constantly breaking. It looked like garbage. So I tried building my own. It wasn't perfect, and it wasn't, fully like ready for what I would say deployment for a team, but it was better than what we had. And it was better than the thing we were paying a monthly subscription for. That was the moment it clicked for me that something was different. Something had changed. Zoom out, and I don't think there is a single person working in business today who hasn't been touched by AI in some way. Our side, the agency side, our clients, our partners, every function. The catch is, for every real use case, there's a mountain of hype. AI is going to replace your whole sales team, shows up on my LinkedIn feed every single day. I've gone down that rabbit hole myself, come out 2 weeks later with a massive Claude bill, and I've just been wondering if what I built was even useful. I don't want to make another AI hype show. There's plenty of those. The job here is to separate hype from reality. What's practical today? What's actually proven? And what can you take back and use in your own business? Some quick context on Veza Agency Network because it shapes the conversations you're going to hear. Veza Agency Network, or VAN for short, is a network of agencies under one umbrella. Veza Digital, Shadow Digital, Belt Creative, Hedrick, and a few more agencies joining later this year. More on that to come. Plus WAO, Website AI Optimization. It's our methodology for getting our clients found in AI search. Each agency is excellent at a specific thing: Webflow migrations, design, CRM, SEO, different specialties, all combining their expertise under one network. And every time an agency joins, we add more expertise and more brilliant people to the room. It's not just the minds inside Van either. We've got a deep network of clients, operators, and partners who are innovating in real time, finding solutions, and writing the playbooks as they go. Here's how I ended up in this seat. My agency, Felt Creative, was acquired by Van back in October of 2025. So I've lived on both sides. I built a small agency wearing 14 different hats, being the sole HR department, designer, developer, salesperson, marketing person, bringing on team members, training them, helping get them up to speed, enabling them and empowering them to take actions themselves so that I could step out of the day to day. I've been on both sides now on the flip side where I'm part of a team. I'm inside a network now with other founders who've done the same thing. What surprised me the most in having conversations with those other founders was being a part of this network's kind of a cheat code. Instead of solving every single problem alone, now I get to compare notes with the smart people who already cracked a piece of it. Piece by piece, we're learning from each other and building this thing out. That's really the lens of this show. You're going to hear from the brilliant people inside Van and from the people we've connected with along the way. These aren't theoretical conversations. They're with the operators running this stuff day to day for real businesses. So, just to be clear about what this show is and what it isn't. Like I said, this is not an AI hype show. I am not going to hand you the top 10 tools you have to try this week. I don't believe in chasing rabbits. I also don't believe in the AI doom, where AI is out to destroy everything, everything's going to be derailed and never be the same. I also don't subscribe to the utopia vision of AI, where agentic AI solves all of our problems by Friday. What I want to tackle this season are practical conversations about using AI well and the human judgment that actually makes it work. The frame I keep coming back to is that AI is now a layer running across the whole journey: marketing, sales, operations, delivery. There are good ways to use AI, and there are definitely some very bad ways. I learned that the hard way. Early on, when I was first getting familiar with these tools and all the possibilities were out before me, I thought, great, I will point AI at our ICP, tell them who we want to book as clients, and send 10,000 perfectly personalized emails, and we're going to get all of them on sales calls. Spoiler alert, if you've ever gotten those annoying emails that seem to be ramping up, that didn't work. What did work, though, was actually talking to our clients, understanding their problems, and then using AI as a layer to do that better, faster, at a larger scale. Same tools, but a completely different result because the people and the strategy behind it. That's the real constant here, the human part. You can generate infinite content now. The barrier to publishing is gone, but the output is always a reflection of the person using the tool. The stuff that lands needs to have a real point of view behind it. Your customer is a person, not a robot. So treat them like one. That's also why, selfishly, every single one of these episodes felt like a masterclass for me. I've gotten to sit down with someone at the top of their craft and pull out the things that only they can tell you. And I'm really excited to share those conversations with you. So here's how the show is going to work moving forward. I'm going to be hosting these conversations, and I'm going to be joined from someone either across our network, either a client, partner, or an expert who really knows their craft. Either way, the goal of these conversations is the same: get someone great talking, ask a few good questions, and then I get out of the way. I'll give you a teaser on a couple that are coming up. First, Matt. Matt spent a decade building the playbook for how individual experts become influential, the human led authority game. Then he jumped to the other side of the table and became chief evangelist at an AI first platform built specifically for financial advisors. So he's also lived on both sides at scale. The thread that he kind of walked through in our conversation really stuck with me. AI can get you to a great first draft, but in his words, the human part always wins. We can get to vertical AI, horizontal AI, and the flood of AI slop. That's all going to be in the conversation. And also why doing 15 versions of something until it hits different still beats a one shot prompt. I'm also going to be sitting down with Curtis from WhaleSync. Curtis is a builder. He founded WhaleSync, a data syncing tool, and now he's building another tool called Scratch for cleaning up the messy data that every team is sitting on. The data you need before any of these AI tools can actually work effectively. If you want the in the weeds version of working alongside AI, this is the episode to tune in for. His framing is one that I catch myself repeating out loud now. AI is the most sophisticated autocomplete we've ever designed. Brilliant, but also extremely error prone. Like a brilliant assistant that you have to actually manage. And he shares his rules for managing live data: measure twice, cut once. There are more guests that I'm so excited to share with you this season. We're going to be rolling out episodes starting in the next couple of weeks, and I can't wait for you to listen and tune in for these insights and conversations. Different guests, different angles, but there's a lot of similar through lines. Real people doing the real work, figuring it out in real time, and telling you what is actually moving the needle. So that's the show. Veza Talks 2.0 or season 2. If that sounds like your kind of thing, the best thing you can do is follow or subscribe wherever you like to listen or watch. We're on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Spotify, all the apps. The episodes are already recorded, and we're going to be rolling them out right after this one. So follow along and you won't miss them. You can also find us at vezanetwork.com/Veza-Talks or subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Collin Belt, and thanks for being here for the reset. I'll see you in the next one.